So hi guys, Spino here. So we finally got Ashveil's V3 beta. So yeah, let's look into his kit. Unfortunately, he did got nerfed. Okay, I'm just gonna say that straight off the back because well, he did got nerfed. At least the main DPS Ashveil got nerfed pretty hard in my opinion. Before we go further into the video, I wanna say sorry about the background noise. I'm actually at my shop right now, so yeah, you'll hear a lot of weird noises. And before we go into his kit, let's talk about his base stat changes because he got a lot of base stats changed. So starting from his base HP, went from 1009 to 853. And his base attack went from 640 to 776. That's a pretty good buff, by the way. Base stats buffs are always nice in my opinion, especially when it comes to attack. His base defense went from 485 to 388, whatever. His speed went from 105 to 106, again, whatever. His energy went from 160 to 150, so that's pretty nice, I guess. Now for his skill changes, his skill's initial damage went from 300% of Ashveil's attack to 200%, so that's like a small nerf just because his base attack did got buffed, so it's like a small nerf on his skill, initial damage at least. And the defense down and everything is still the same, so you don't need to worry. As long as Ashveil exists, he will still provide 40% defense down, so that's still nice. That's all changes for skill, only the damage went a little bit lower. Now for his ultimate. His ultimate initial damage, I think the vortex part, it went from 500% of Ashveil's attack to 400%. A slight nerf in my opinion. Again, this is the initial damage that Ashveil does. But his enhanced follow-up after the ultimate now only does 200% of Ashveil's attack. The enhanced follow-up only does 200% of Ashveil's attack. It used to be 600%, so that's a huge nerf. So now Ashveil will not, able to nuke enemies as you used to know. So he's not going to do a 3 million or 400 million just with his ultimate. Not anymore. That's not possible. Just because of this nerf. His enhanced follow-up did took a big hit. But he also gets 3 charges now after using ult. Before it was only 2. So you can clearly see he's more tailored to be more like a facial support, sub DPS rather than his main DPS playstyle got hit pretty hard, like really hard. Like I said, his ultimate cost went from 160 to 150, so they are making him more like a facial sub DPS, but he's still better than Topaz. So, but it still sucks. His main DPS playstyle will not be viable at least after his main patch. I think on his main patch he'll still be decent as a main DPS, but after that he might struggle just because of these multiplier changes. Now his technique is still the same, but his talent did got a small change. So the change is now when the bait enemy gets hit, Ashveil will regen 8 energy, so pretty good in my opinion. So this will also help him get, ultimate fast, so he can get more charges, so Facia can get follow-ups, and simply Facia can get more stacks of her own. Also his his charge also got changed slightly. I forgot to mention this. His charging mechanics got changed. Ashveil starts with 2 charges and up to a maximum of 3. It used to be like 3 to maximum of 5, so now he only has maximum of 3 stacks. So they really want him to be more like a facial, relying on facial more than himself kind of scenario. A little bit disappointed in his V3 changes. His Eidolons did not receive any changes from what I've known, and unfortunately his Lycon is not yet updated, so I don't know if they changed anything with his Lycon. But for his ultimate, that enhanced follow-up nerf will hurt his DPS for sure. But maybe his normal follow-up, because of the multipliers changing, his base attack going up, might be not that big of a deal. We actually need to see some gameplay. But ultimate 100% got nerfed. The rest of the kids, it's like whatever, just because the base stat went up. He got almost 100 plus attack on his base attack, so we had to wait for some actual gameplay to feel the difference. But at least his ultimate is not gonna nuke enemies. I can 100% guarantee that enhanced follow-up nerf is gonna, you can 100% feel it. when you see him. So that's all. That's all the changes for V3 Ashveil. His ultimate got kind of nuked, and his skill is still same. I think it's just ultimate. The ultimate is where the enhanced follow up getting nerfed is gonna hurt his personal damage, and that's it. Otherwise, I think yeah, okay. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like the way they went with Asheville. They made him more like face shop support. I was like, not the biggest fan of it. Now I'm gonna be honest, but yeah, that's all the way three changes for Asheville. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and leave a like, subscribe, and and it'll make my day. So bye guys, have a great day. Love you all.